Hello darlings, for today's video I'll be creating 3 different types of cut creases using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. The first look I'll be creating is a halo eye, and I'm starting off by priming my eyelids with the Plouise base in 0.5. This is the best eye primer I've tried, and it doesn't even need to be set with any powder before applying eyeshadow on top. I'm then packing the shade Jacz into my crease using the Morphe JH33 brush. After packing on that shade and making it really bold and pigmented, I'm going in with the JH31 brush in the shade Roxanne to blend it out. To do this, I'm using small circular motions around the edge of where I applied Jacz. Next, I'm blending some more with the shade Creamscicle, which is lighter than the previous 2 shades I applied. Once I'm happy with my blend, I'm cutting out the very center of the eyelid up to the crease. At the top of the cut, I'm following the natural shape of the crease and sort of rounding it out a bit. I absolutely love using the Plouise base and the JH42 brush to cut my crease. This brush in particular is my favorite to work with when carving out the crease, and it's also really useful for packing on shadows to small areas. I'm now taking the JH37 brush and blending the inner and outer corners of the eyeshadow into the Plouise base to diffuse the harsh edges of the base. I'm also picking up some of the black shade Abyss and blending this around the cut that I created to add some more dimension to the look. Of course, when using black, I suggest picking up a very little amount at a time and working your way up to the desired amount of darkness. I'm then quickly cutting out the center of the eyelid again with some Plouise base so that it's nice and precise. Now I'm blending the 3 shades I previously used into the sides of the cut. So once again, I'm starting with Jacz, moving on to Roxanne, and then finishing up with Creamscicle, leaving the very center blank as to create a halo effect. To do this, I'm using the very small JH38 brush so that I don't take the shades too far into the center. I'm then taking those 3 shades onto my lower lash line in the same order as before. I'm now tightlining with the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion, and then I'm applying it to my waterline and buffing it out using the JH38 brush to create a smoky effect. To make sure the lower lash line is nice and blended now that I've put down that black, I'm sweeping on some more of the shades Jacz and Creamscicle, and then I'm tapping on some translucent powder to the center of the cut in the crease so that it doesn't transfer or crease. For my brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm using the shade Enlight and then popping on some Perversion mascara to my upper and lower lashes before adding some false lashes. To complete this look, I'm applying the Pixi Matte Last Liquid Lipstick in Evening Rose and creating an ombre effect by adding pastel petal to the center. And now it's time to move on to the next look. For the second look, I'm creating a full cut crease and starting off by priming my eyelids with the Plouise base once again. I'm then taking the JH38 brush and mapping out my crease with the shade Jacz. I like to use a small pencil brush like this one sometimes when I'm creating a full cut crease because it allows me to be really precise with my application so that I can have a good shape to follow when carving out the crease. I'm now blending that out by sweeping the shade Roxanne along the edge of the shade we just applied using motions comparable to windshield wipers, and then continuing to blend everything into a nice gradient with the shade Creamscicle. Since I've lost some of the color payoff from blending, I'm adding a bit more of the shades Jacz and Roxanne back into the crease and then blending out the edge of the shadows closest to my brows with the JH30 brush. I love using this brush to blend out everything at the end because it really helps to give it that additional gradient so the products really blend into my skin. Now to cut my crease, I start off by placing a bit of the Plouise base onto the center of my eyelid, look down, and then back up so that I can see if the base will transfer higher up into my crease. This helps because I have hooded eyes and is a way for me to tell if I'll be able to see the cut when my eyes are open or not. I also drag some of the base out from the outer corner of my eye like I would do if I was creating winged liner, and then sweep it back into my crease, connecting it to the first dot that I placed. I'm then just trying my best to create a sharp and fluid line and then filling in the area I cut out with the base. I've cleaned off the JH42 brush and now I'm packing on the shade Little Lady to the area I cut out. Next, I'm applying some winged liner using the NYC liquid eyeliner. I like to start by creating the wing first and then lining my lash line. I try to keep it thin because I don't want it to take over the small amount of space that I have on my lid, and I'm also very careful and slow when applying liner because it isn't my strong suit and I find it very easy to mess up. I'm now lining my tight line with some Perversion liner from Urban Decay and then applying shadow to my lower lash line. I'm applying the same three shades I used in my crease, which was Jacz, Roxanne, and Creamscicle, with the same brushes from before as well. For my inner corner highlight, I'm using the shade Beam and then popping on some Perversion mascara and false lashes. To complete this look, I'm applying the Pixi Matte Last Liquid Lipstick in All Naturelle and topping off the center with the Note Hydra Color Lip Gloss in Juicy Peach. And now it's time to move on to the final look. For the third look, I'm creating a half cut crease and starting off by priming my eyelids with the Plouise base in 0.5. I'm then taking the shade Soda Pop on the JH34 brush and applying this to my crease and outer V. I like to start off with the darkest shades first because I find that it blends the easiest and provides a better color payoff. Before moving on to the next shade, I'm taking a clean fluffy blending brush and slightly blending this out so that it will be easier to blend on the next step. I'm now applying the shade Buns along the edge of the shade we just applied and making sure to really pack it on so that it's super vibrant. I'm then using the shade Butter to help soften the edge of the shade Buns and then blending out all of the eyeshadow in the area closest to my brow with the JH30 brush. Since I've covered most of the shade Soda Pop, I'm now quickly adding some more of it into my crease so that it's really prominent once I cut the crease. I really love doing cut creases, especially half cut creases, and don't struggle with them nearly as much as I used to. That being said, practice really does make perfect, and I promote the fact that everyone can achieve the look, even those of us with hooded eyes. Once I'm done cutting the crease, I'm using my finger to smudge the outer corner eyeshadow into the base a little bit so that there aren't any harsh areas. I'm now applying more of the shade Soda Pop into the outer corner and then adding some eyeshadow to the area I cut out. I'm first applying the shade S.B.N to the inner half and then applying the shade Hustle to the outer half. And then I'm sweeping some of the shade Soda Pop into Hustle to blend the two together. Now for my lower lash line, I'm applying the shades Soda Pop, Buns, and Butter, which I previously used in my crease. I'm using the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion for my tight line once again, and for my waterline I'm using the eye pencil in Torch. For my inner corner and brow bone highlight, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, and then I'm popping on some Perversion mascara and false lashes. Now to complete this look, I'm applying the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Love Bug. And that completes the 3 looks with one palette using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Let me know in the comments below which out of the 3 was your favorite, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time!